Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Play action, they'll throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone new.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's second down. Dalton looking. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton trying to lay one up deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. Well, both teams practiced this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way. On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got time. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll set up a throw. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Now Lewis. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll run with Lewis. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. But they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Back to throw. And he's got Snead. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
play action here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Blunt, the lone running back. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete right around the 8. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
They run. This is Lewis. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know most defenses 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. It's second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. Looking to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but Sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down, Dalton, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it here with Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Dalton throwing on second down. Underneath, this is Bernard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go. Check. Green, 39.
play fake. He'll look to throw. Finding time. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. And they got off the hook just a little bit last time with that missed field goal.
The way the game is played, what you're looking for on defense are what we call empty possessions. No points scored whatsoever. That's the goal. At worst, you want to give up a field goal. That's when you feel like it's a win. But to run off the field with a missed field goal, no points on the board, and that's got to feel great going to the bench.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Caught right side, it's Snead. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-9, Detroit! Leopard!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Reuben Randall in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Patriots are back within a score.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Automatic first down.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture. Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 Patriots there to bring him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. Passing, it's Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now a play fake here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They send Green to the left on his own. Throwing, Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Now a carry for Bernard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. The room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Back to throw here. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Their big tight end. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things, but if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
Here's Dalton. Completes it to Lawler. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
First and 10 for Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. Tyler Eifert, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Danny Amendola on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He's got his man on the comebacker. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They'll get 17 yards there. And it gives the Pats a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And let's shift now to talking about the Patriots defense. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while.
Wasn't
very good at it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the kids, they both lettered.
Your kids.
Exactly. Those kids, what are we talking about?
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now Bernard spinning past him, and he powers his way up past the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Playing as a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Caught Eifert over the middle. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A good pick up there, a 20. Back now in Foxborough. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And here are the numbers, Charles. And you and I, over a nice egg and cheese biscuit this morning at the hotel, we read that huge article in the paper about him wanting to flush last week. He's flushed it.
Yeah, he let it go entirely. And the reason he's able to do that is because he's so strong mentally. Every time something goes wrong, he never attributes it to himself. He knows that he's better than that and knows a way to bounce back. And we've seen that talent just come to the front. And by the way, nice order on the egg and cheese biscuit.
I was just a little embarrassed that you took the bacon off.
No.
Was that doctor's orders?
Only reason.
2nd and goal from the 5. Here's Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
That's caught at the 3. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Dion Lewis His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. So he's in for his third score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. Ooh, with a juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, here's Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vincent Valentine busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2nd down, Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Third and 2 for Dalton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He was looking there for Reuben Randall, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
It's caught outright, Amendola. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Back to throw. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 2nd and 10 now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Give it to him right up the gut. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. 7. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put...
Now I've been in New York.